Hello, tankers and misspellers. It's Momentary Genius here with the Type 59D on Duke Pass, and a match that demonstrates my prowess as a tanker far better than it does at my ability to check for typos. This match on Duke Pass is a rarity in Era 3 because this is a match that is what I think a lot of World of Tanks players would call a proper match. Because traditionally, with Duke Pass, you have one team going down the 8-9 line while the other team goes up the 1-2 line. You have this massive circle, and whichever team catches up to the rear of the other team first and or catches them, ambushes them, it's a mess and not fun, and the match is over in 5 seconds. And if you do like seeing videos that have mistakes and maybe to make you feel better as a content creator, or just make you feel a little more positive about yourself, and hey, you're human too, and we all make mistakes, drop a like and subscribe. And back to the match. I was really impressed with this tank, the Type 59D. I've only had this tank at the time a few days. My commander Wojciech only has 3 commander perks, so this is a great match to have a proper test. And as you can see, I'm testing out the accuracy, and yes, I'm finding it lacking, but the thing is it the tank's fault or is it r.n.g's fault? I am sitting still and trying to hit a Leopard 2A5 by completely ignoring the tracks and then lower plate at the start. But we do recover. We have a decent position here, and as luckily for me, in a weird reversal of roles, I have most of my team spotting for me, allowing me to at least do some good sniping and start getting some damage early on. The capture zone really does become the focal point at first, but because I think of players like me and a few others taking up decent cover position, the capture really, the other team loses focus on it for obvious reasons, because it we see them and we're not going for capture, we're going for destruction. So fortunately, speaking of being seen, I'm now being detected, and that worries me, especially as I have a BMP3 rolling up on me here, blasting me with that autocannon. I bet they're waiting to load a new missile, and boom, they come in for what I'm assuming was a stupid move of a shotgun ram kill. Now, to all you light tank players who may be a little new and don't fully understand how ATGMs work, here's a bit of a advice. When you go for what is traditionally called the shotgun attack with your ATGM firing tank, especially if it's a light tank, you should just drive towards the tank you wish to destroy, or at least damage. When you get within a comfortable range, you shoot them, shotgun them in the rear or the front, and then deploy smoke, and then run away. If you're going to ram a medium tank or a heavy tank under the assumption that your ATGM is going to hit them in the ammo rack and blast their turret off, yeah, that's more of a rarity. I realize that you may have experienced that with, oh, every time that stupid BMP2 comes up on me, I get ammo racked, or they take 3/4 of my health. It does suck to be you in those scenarios, but trust me, as someone who's got some experience with ATGMs, it doesn't happen as often as you think. So maybe back off with the whole shotgun ramming. And if you are experienced player, just, be a little more humble and stay back, especially as at some point here, they will institute some sort of ATGM nerf. Now, I've doubled back and am now using my team as both cover because of my low health status, and would really like to be kind of, the zebra approach, hidden amongst the herd, which worked out well for me, not so much for that T-72 BU. And at this point, with my low health, I have become reserved to the fact that I'm, depending on the tank, I could be a one shot, two shot, and be out of here quickly. So I say, have I done well? Yes. Now I have 5,000 damage. I got 3 kills. And a little over 2,000 versus. So if I go out now, I definitely have gotten what I wanted to know, and I did well for my team. So we're at that midway point, 8-8. Now it's getting tense, and especially early on in a match. Losing so much health is never a good idea. Always try to conserve your health to the end. Know when to make that move to take that hit sometimes, but don't yellow and rush in. And right here, the turret armor surprised me the most. That hull armor, as you can see now that I'm down to 17, failed me. But the turret armor not only bounced a shot because the enemy was at a distance, and it has that whole complete curved turret. I don't know what kind of pot or pan would you call that? But then that AT caught mostly the what little bit of ERA armor is at the front of the turret. So that surprised me, and also has now put me in a state of paranoia, which is why I'm moving and scooting and dipping and dodging and shooting and missing, except for that M1A2, because that top plate is, I guess, the size of the moon according to the game. I'm calming down, taking my time to aim, and now I'm a little scared because there's a Bradley up there, and I thought that missile was meant for me. That tank is now at the top of my hit list. Having a light tank like the M3A2 Bradley that has a 2-shot missile loader and although yes, it has got the bright green armor on, can kind of disappear from the map very easily because of its low concealment. Oh God, I'm reliving this match now, and I'm getting tense and scared. So I get out of there because they know where I am, and I need to help the last friend I have now, which I'm glad is a Challenger 2. A, because it's got a really good gun. The front armor can work. And B, the Challenger 2 is fatter than my tank, so it makes a far better shield in certain scenarios. Now I'm backing up trying to get a clear shot while at the same time not having a clear shot on my tank. And again, now that I know where that Bradley is, I'm keeping a weathered eye out for him. I'm not so worried about the T-72BU. I'm pretty sure the Challenger 2 can handle him very easily, as it's now lost what little half health it had before. I put the fear of God into that rock. Meanwhile, I am keeping an eye on the status of my Challenger 2, especially as an MBT-70 just decided to pop up because, there's 3 tanks. Where's the third? So now, that T-72 BU made the mistake of trying to go up and over a hill with a boom snout that has no gun depression and just completely exposes a lower hull. Far too eager. Clearly thought we were distracted by that MPT-70, which we weren't. I pop smoke. I track. When I say track, I predict where he was going to go, and I was able to get that damaging shot in the smoke, while I suspected, was going to do an AT-jam, hence why I pop smoke. So now I'm able to kind of double back around here. I'm not sure he's backing off, most likely afraid of that Challenger 2. I get the kill shot. That was great teamwork. We had the position, we had the high ground, they did not. And this match overall allowed me to really get a feel of the capabilities of Type 5090, and also was one of those moments where it's like, oh yes, Era 3 and Duke of La Pass can actually have some good, enjoyable matches that don't follow the same boring mold. So in the comments, let me know what tank you underestimated and actually turned out to be a really great tank that you enjoy now in your garage. This is Momentary Genius saying, hope the r.n.g is in your favor and keep your tracks on the ground. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.